Hi students, how are you all? Welcome in our SS lecture, and we have chapter 9, Flowering of Regional Cultures. Flowering of regional culture means you know that India is a country with that great diversity. India is a land of diversity. You can find that different languages, different costumes, different food items, that lifestyle, traditions, dance forms, music, their food, and even their costumes. They all are different in that style. The style of costumes, food items, everything different. They are different from each other. That's why our country is called that diversity is there in our country. That's why India is called land of diversity. Even clothes, food, dance, music, painting, art, culture, literature, everything different in different regions. So some traditions are there. They appear specific to some that regions, while some traditions are there. It is maybe seen in the same in the region in different forms. Same traditions are there in different form. In that another that regions that style different, pattern is different. So it is called that diversity. Some forms are there as a complex process, complex religion. That process is there, and sometime it's over. Then you know that diversity country is there. It is in the some complex religious that systems there were there. Some traditions are very complex and some are simple. So all that regions they have different traditions and diversity is there in all over that India. So now you can see that development of that languages. You know, India is a country, it's a land of diversity. So there is a diversity in language also. In India, many languages are spoken by different people. For example, Hindi, Gujarati, Tamil, Malayalam, then Urdu. Then all other languages are there, Odissi, and many other languages are there that spoken by many people in our country. So it is different from other countries, and different parts of India, different languages are spoken. So it is called that diversity in language. So with the coming of that Muslim rulers and to India, that Arabic and the Persian languages came in India with the Muslim rulers, and these languages influence. These languages also influence and developed some other languages. There was a mixture of some languages and it makes some new language. So that combined language is also there. And the fusion of Persian and Hindi led to the development of Urdu. That Urdu language is there. It is the mixture of Persian and Hindi. So there new language forms that formation happened. Whereas the some other languages like that Marathi, Kannada, Tamil, Telugu, which that other languages are that Punjabi, Malayalam, Gujarati and Bengali. These other languages are there, and they developed and flourished in our country. These languages were there. These all languages already in use before the arrival of that Mughals and the Turks. And with the arrival of Turks, some Persian and the Urdu language came in India, and it was used by the Delhi Sultan, that Mughal, that emperor. You can see that the Bhakti and Sufi movement came in India. It started in India. The Bhakti saint and the Sufi saint, they were also using that different language in whatever regions they will go, that region language they use to give teachings and knowledge to the common people of that particular region or place. So there was a spread of language during that Bhakti movement and Sufi movement. Then that Sanskrit. Sanskrit is the great language. It has been and important language in India. It was the very oldest language. You can say the core language, and it was the official language of the North India till the establishment of the rule of Delhi Sultan. So Sanskrit was an important language, and it had been an important language in India, and it was the used as a communication, means that official language till that Mughal rule started in Delhi, till Mughal Empire began in Delhi. A large number of works were there. It was written in Sanskrit, and the subjects were different from each other. Grammars, astronomy, poetries, and regional writings. These all were written in Sanskrit to give the knowledge of people. And written in Sanskrit, some medieval traders and poets and writers they use Sanskrit language. Many Muslim kings also used Sanskrit language and Hindi language. As an important work in the 18th century is the Katha Sagar by Somdeva, and it is a collection of stories and the legends. It consists about 22,000 stories. That Katha Sagar by Somdev, it consists of 22,000 sloks and many stories. Then Rajtangini by Kalhana, written in Sanskrit, and 1148 important chronicles are there about the king of Kashmir. Then Gita Govind, means Govind, written by Chaydeva. It is also one of the important book, means composed in the 12th century. So Sanskrit is an important language. It was used. It was called that official language and used by many Muslim rulers as their official language. You can say that court language that used. So Sanskrit has its own importance, and it is official language of before Mughals, and some Mughal rulers also used it. And some chronicles and plays, the great plays are there that were written in Sanskrit language. Then Persian language. Then we'll talk about Persian language. That Turk introduced this Persian language in India. It came with that Turkish people. It was their court language and the official language of Turk. One of the most important writers were there, medieval Triptych, Amir Khusro, who wrote poems and scholars, those are mathematicians, poets, and historians. He has written in Persian language. He had translated even Mahabharata and Ramayana, the Hindu that poems means that all translated into Persian language, and in Hindustani, and other Arabic work he translated in his language. So his work, so Persian scholars and important works of that Telugu, and which was of Ziaduddin Taghlaq Nama he has written. Court chronicle, biographies, autobiographies, books, poetry, that all written in that language, and some important historians that works in the medieval period it was done by this poet. Even he translated Ramayana and Mahabharata in Persian language. Then we'll see about that Hindi. Hindi is our national language, and it is started and developed between the 7th century. Hindi developed in between 7th century and to 10th century, and it developed from Sanskrit. So main root is there Sanskrit. The Hindi language is developed from the Sanskrit language, and some dialects and everything were taken by Hindi poets from the Sanskrit. So it was that important language of that rulers. One of the earliest work in Hindi, it was written by Prithviraj Raso, a heroic poem. It was written by Chand Bardai of heroic work of Prithviraj King. And Akbar's reign, it shows some important that developments in Hindi literature. Some of the important works written in that 15th century. Tulsidas, that Ramcharitmanas, devoted the love for Lord Rama. It is also written in Hindi. Then we'll see about that Urdu language. Urdu language, it developed during the period of 17th century to the 18th century, and it emerged in India as the result of that Persian and the Hindi language mixture. Means Hindi language and Persian language mixed, and they done Urdu language. This was that Urdu language developed. The word Urdu derived from the Turkish and initially means that camp. The word Urdu is there, it derived from Turk, initially means the camp, and basically emerged as a language of that called, and in North India Urdu became very popular, and it was blends of Persian and Hindi, that regional literature, Persian and other regional brand, Telugu and Tamil, some important that poets of 18th century, they developed literary works in this language. And no, the Marathi language is there. Marathi language, Marathi language, it came in India. It emerged as an important literary language. Marathi language was there. It was very important literary language in 13th century. It was made popularly spoken by the Maharashtrian people and Bhakti saints. Mostly they were using this Marathi language to give their teachings to the common people of India. So one such saint was there, that Jananeshwar, who wrote that Jananeshwari, and which was commentary on the Bhagavad Gita. In short, the poet criticized Bhagavad Gita and good teachings he came out and taken and written in Jananeshwari. So it is greatly developed by the Marathi language, and this was the spread of Marathi language. The Bhakti saints Tukaram and Eknath, they also made that great contribution in this field and growth of that Marathi language. So that saint Tukaram and Eknath, they gave that great efforts to spread that Marathi literature in all over the India. And this was that we have written poetries, dramas, and many other writings in Marathi language. And this way that Marathi language spread in all over the India. Then we'll say about Punjabi language. Punjabi emerged in the North India, and the Guru Granth Sahib written that compiled that language, that Sikh Guru enriched this Punjabi language. Dhanamuk Sikh, that is the stories of the life stories of legends of Guru Nanak, and early examples of Punjabi literature. So in most of that Punjabi literature, Punjabi language was used. It is used. Punjabi literature further it developed, and in between that 16th century, all Punjabi literature developed to the 18th century by the poetry of Punjabi Sufi saint, exposed their lifestyles, and Shah Hussain, Sultan, that Babu and Bule Shah, that life stories and biographies were written in Punjabi. and it had the rich tradition of qissas. The most famous of qissas, the Hir Ranja by Wazir Shah. Hir Ranja was written in Punjabi language by Wazir Shah. So the Punjabi language got its influence and influence in the 18th century, means 16th to the 18th century, Punjabi language emerged as well. Then we'll see at that Tamil language came. The Tamil that Alvar and the Nayanar saints were there, two different categories. They used this Tamil language. Most of the devotional bhajan, songs, rhymes, it was composed in the Tamil language, and the hymns and that sloks that all were in the devotion. It shows the devotion towards the God, that Lord Shiva, and the volumes were there and all composed for devotion of Lord Shiva. The theorem is the first that collection of that written in the 10th century in devotion to the God. The Presi Purana and the Great Purana written by that secular, and it is also great work done in the Tamil language by the poet. 63 that Nayanar saints, it holds a very high position in that Tamil literature. The hymns of Vishnu God can be found in the Nayanar Divya Pradhanam by the Nathamuni, means that Nathamuni has written lines in this Tamil language, in which shows the devotion towards the God Vishnu, and Nalayara Divya that Pradhanam, it is written in the devotion of God Vishnu. Then we see about that language Malayalam. Malayalam developed later as that Kerala's language and Keralian language. With that, it influenced both Tamil and the Sanskrit text. The mixture of Tamil and Sanskrit text, and developed that Malayalam language in the 2nd century. In the 9th century, many great work done in the Malayalam language. It was introduced by the Cheras. In Malayalam script, it was done by the Cheras, and in the inscriptions. So one of the earliest works was done by the Cheras in Malayalam language. Examples of the use of this language, the official records. Malayalam, that language used to keep some official records, some early literary works, and it can be back in the 12th century, and the prominent influence of Sanskrit that can be seen in them. So main root is there from Sanskrit, other languages all. It emerged from the Sanskrit, the influence of that Sanskrit and Malayalam in a literary distinct called the Mani Pravalam. So that language developed during that time. Next thing is there that Telugu. From the 10th century, that century onwards, Sanskrit, that epics like the Ramayana, Mahabharata, and Jain legends, it was translated into the Telugu language, and by the 13th century, from various that Telugu Shiva poets, it's written these all Mahabharata, Ramayana in their original language, and they gave contribution to the Telugu literature. Telugu language and literature reached its peak during the Vijayanagara Empire. The Krishnadeva Raya was the Vijayanagara Empire. During his time, the Telugu language reached its peak, and most of the poems, stories, and hymns composed in the Telugu language during the Krishnadeva Raya. He composed a poem called that Amukalamayam, the Telugu, and his poet was famous for Astadiga's 8 great poets. So that was the original that language of Telugu during the Krishnadeva Raya. So these are the informations about the languages I hope you understand this well. Okay, thank you children. Bye.